Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, America. I hope you're enjoying the day with your friends and your family, and there's all kinds of food laid out on the table for everyone. No one's getting in any fights or talking about all the horrible things going on in America, because we always have lots of time to talk about the bad stuff. This is a good time to set aside all that bad stuff and just to enjoy the moment of being good, the good stuff, the love, the hope, the enjoying of family, the laughter, the smiles, the memories being created today. And you could be a new family. You have a newborn. It's like your first Thanksgiving as a family. It's a big deal, man. I'm happy for you. You should be happy for yourself, too. You should be happy for, everyone that's enjoying the celebrations today. I'll be joining my family later on, and I'm looking forward to having a great time hanging out with them. And so I've had all kinds of different Thanksgivings in my past. I mean, where I've gone to huge friend parties where, it's just lots of people, lots of conversation, lots of food, good times, good times, and a lot of family Thanksgivings too, where we get together, we unite, we laugh, we enjoy each other's company, and we express things with love. That's healthy. That's good. However, today, this November 24th, this Americanteer, me, Michael Tomlinson, is, we already know everything about Thanksgiving and stuff, but whom is out there that has extended themselves outside their friends, outside their family, and to get out there and help others, like actually take the time and initiate the program to get out there and to help some other people. Now that's extraordinary. I enjoy people like that. I'm one of those people myself, and I have like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, for several years, I would bake cupcakes on Thanksgiving morning and put them in a duffel bag, like kind of knapsack, and I just walk out into the streets handing out cupcakes to homeless people. Yeah, that's what I would do. Wasn't trying to get anything from them or make them do anything for it. It was just a simple transaction of, would you like a cupcake? I just baked them this morning. And they can accept it or not accept it. It didn't matter to me. It was just the fact that I walked up to this isolated one individual homeless dude or woman just by themselves, hovered around a tree, staying warm, staying on the sunny side of a building, just trying to stay warm. That's where their state of mind is. And so that's just me. But I have a history of helping and becoming friends with homeless people throughout my life. So it's not like a new thing where I had to exert myself and say, oh my God, I have to go face the homeless. Why have they robbed me? Why have they hurt me? Why have they, I don't know, spit on me or kick me or something, I never think like that. I don't even know why people think like that. It seems like every time other people who are not from the city understand city life and homeless people, go for the most extreme judgment and say, oh, those homeless people, they're just junkies, they're thieves, they don't care about anything, and they use everything they can to validate what they just said. But they have never ever exchange a conversation with one of these homeless people. They've never gone to a tent city to talk to people, and I have. I've visited so many tent homes, not the tent cities, but tent setups and homes that I just walk up to the tent, knock on the tent door, I guess, and say, hey, what's going on? And for no real reason. And I would just talk to them, find out their story. Maybe that's, why are they, I'm not questioning them, I'm not hassling them. I'm just being friendly. And the same thing with handing out cupcakes. There's no way I was going to, it wasn't like I was trying to solve a homeless hunger issue. All I was doing was restoring what little dignity I can to these people. It's a losing battle, especially for people who don't understand it, who think of all these bad things, but they don't ever think of something good. Even church-going people are just so, hung up on bad, evil, I can't engage with that, and when I think you should, that's just a cop-out. It's a way to point more fingers and to start blaming and complaining about everything and everyone, these homeless people, the political parties, the corporations, we all just kind of want to point, our fingers and say, this is what's wrong. I'm so perfect. I'm so right. And everything is so wrong around me. And you're the most selfish person on that wagon. You just don't know it. You just find it easier to legitimize yourself with excuses and justifications of it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Therefore, I don't have anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it. And that's what's being selfish. That's being selfish right there. I'm not saying you have to go out there and do something like I did. You just have to come to an understanding with yourself and the people in your community. They are part of your community. So, you to separate yourself from them and say, no, they're just, a bunch of backstabbing thieves. And that's not true. I've hung out with these people. I've spoken with these people. In fact, some of them are my friends today. And they're not all bums. There's, plenty of homeless people hung out with. They have never hit me up for anything. Not even $1. Not a cup of coffee. They just will chill with me, talk with me, and enjoy that few minutes of conversation that we're having. Because that's all we get. And that is restoring dignity in America. Restore dignity for America. We keep beating down on people, thinking, oh, I'm such a higher status and you are low, so therefore I can beat up on you. I can put you down. But you're already down. What's the use of putting down somebody who's already down? That's once you try putting down someone who's above you, that takes courage. That takes guts. It takes guts to stand up to a bully. But you won't stand up to the bully. No. They're too, privileged. They're too much of an elitist, and you don't want to hassle them because they kind of represent you, and you don't want to do that. But the people who don't, are homeless or hurting and are verge of being homeless, you have no problem putting them down. And you should have a problem with that. Just don't say anything at all. If you can't say anything good, just don't do it. Just don't say it. Don't go there, and talk about your judgments, I've heard them all, and I just can't believe when I hear people talking like that. I'm so confused. I'm like, what are you talking about? I actually physically hang out with these people. I walk through the parks of these people. And you're telling me there's all these syringes laying around in the park, and, because there's a bunch of junkies and that are all evildoers. And I've never seen a damn fucking, syringe. I have in places, but it's very rare. It's not like I can say, like, oh my God, I see, syringes everywhere, because there are a bunch of junkies or whatever. That's not true, but people who have never really experienced it will say that. Even though they probably maybe seen one syringe in their life, they just go off on the cliff and say, oh man, I see syringes around all the time, and try to make it sound like something bigger than what it is, because you can do it, because you can put somebody down who's already down anyway. So I don't understand why we're putting down people who are already down on the ground. I mean, we're just kicking and punching, down and out people, because it's easy to do. So you need to stop that stuff, man. What the hell? Who do you think you are? To be placing judgment on people, because you live way up in the nice home area, and you go down to the city and you see people who are struggling, living on the streets, and you go in for that quick, like, oh my God, that is so yucky. Oh my God, I don't like them. Oh my God. And I'm so sick of that stupid attitude. If you don't like it, get out of the city. Go back to where you came from. But don't come to the city and start judging on us and judging people because they don't conform to your, like, oh, my, where the section of town I come from, which is a fenced-in area, it's segregated from the rest of the community, it's so perfect, so clean. Your home is perfect. It's clean. You have, maids and gardeners. I don't know. You have plenty of food, and, so you haven't made. So if you haven't made, stop judging. Who are you to be judging people who are less than you? I mean, it's just so easy. That's what drives me crazy. I want to watch you build up the courage and start putting down and talk out and call out people that are above you. Now, that takes courage, man. That is being a real Americanteer. Not picking on poor people. That, pick on the rich people. See what they have to say. They will talk back to you. Oh yeah, you won't be able to get away with it. Oh yeah, oh no, they'll let you know that they are better and bigger than you, smarter than you, better looking than you, drive a nicer car than you, and that's all that matters, when that's so not true. So let's, I think what I'm trying to get to here is, like, you don't have to help, but if you can, you should. And if you're too lazy to do it, then you're just too lazy to do it. But if you're not, and you feel the calling within you, it's stirring within your heart, it's in your stomach, you thinking about it, then do something. It means you're being picked from the universe, from God. I don't know. You're being picked to go out there and do a specific thing for no reason whatsoever. No payment, no thank yous, nothing. Like, never went on, I never looked to look for my social status from news. I didn't care about the social status. I still don't. So, I'm doing it because I'm an Americanteer. And that's what Americanteers do. We don't sit around on the sideline and, say, like, well, that's just too bad for them, and that's unfortunate. No, No, I mean, we can do that. That's what we do all the time anyway. So I don't know why I just said that, because it's people just already do that. So no one's standing up. But if you are one of those people that do something, and you do stand up, or you do try to help, you know, I salute you. I salute you for being brave, for not being selfish, for being a real American, an Americanteer, and not separating yourself from the community, which is your community. We should be celebrating this with everyone. It's Thanksgiving. Time to give a little bit, just, a little bit, some piece of your heart, toward others who are really suffering, who have been suffering for many years. So, you know what I'm talking about. You know I'm talking to you, or not you. I mean, you already know this. And I don't really have to say this, but since it's Thanksgiving, and I've done so much stuff in the past, I can't help but talk about it, because I am an example of someone who's been doing something, someone who's done something. And not just one time or two times, or, I'm talking like 20 years doing stuff. Try that. Try being cool. And actually, I've had a good time. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed those conversations with people who are down and out. And not because I think of myself as a better or higher level person. It's because they are human. They are part of my community. They are just as valid as everyone else, except they've been stripped of everything, and we keep stripping them of more. And that's just sad. So I love you, man. I love you guys a lot. I'm not trying to complain here. I'm just saying, we can do something. You can do something. And we can do something together to resolve it, instead of just leaving it up to one guy. But we'll just leave it up to that guy, Michael, that Americanteer guy. He'll fix the homeless issue without my help or anybody else's help. It's just a one-man band, but he can do it. I believe in him. And I'm glad you believe in me. But I can't do it by myself. I can only go so far. I can only do so much. And so, enough of this homeless talk. Let's jump into I'm looking forward to celebrating my Thanksgiving with my family and some friends, and take it from there. That's all. That's the best I could hope for today in America, and not spread any gloom or doom on people. Try to share something good news. Listen, start establishing new relationships with family members you guys have both struggled. It's been a rocky road. You have to step up, take that higher ground, that higher plane to jump in there and resolve things with love, which is so easy. In fact, that's easier to do than helping homeless people. It's like you're saving your own soul. You can't go wrong with that. Saving yourself. How can you say, oh, I don't want to do that? I hate for my dark soul to be enlightened. Why would you do that to yourself? Come on, man. Join the crew. Join the community. Enjoy it. Have fun. Be a part of it. God, there's so much to talk about. I'm so stoked right now, but I can't talk about it all. So, peace, love, have the most excellent day, and we'll talk later, okay?